energy.
So
what about the Black Panther, Mike?
Well, the Black Panther.
The Black Panther.
a week after the news that that Last Jedi was the #1 selling Blu-ray in the country, or in the world, actually.
In the world?
In the country, in
the whole wide
somewhere,
world?
in somewhere.
For a certain amount of time.
For 1 week.
For 1 week.
Last Jedi was reported to be the leader in Blu-ray sales.
At that time. Not of all time.
Yeah, at that time.
At that time.
Yeah, which was a bit premature because a week later, yes, Black Panther overtook Last Jedi for best-selling Blu-ray of 2018.
Yep.
So,
well deserved.
And which actually, by the way, Infinity War will be released this year and is going to blow all of them out the water. But
most likely,
it was released last week.
Yeah, I think I saw it. I think I saw it today.
Yeah. So anyway, so there's been a big to-do. There's been a lot of back and forth between the factions online. The haters are like, yes, Black Panther overtook that stupid movie. And then the other people on the other side is, see, Last Jedi made all the money. Why is everybody so mad? I don't get it. It's all
Solo's going to come out next week and blow them all out of the water. That'll show them.
Because that's what top charts do. They change. That's why they exist.
All right. So anyway, I read this article and all this really got me thinking. And I'm just like, I don't feel like with, especially the people that are just pointing to, Last Jedi, being, potentially the top selling or one of the top selling Blu-rays of the year, blah, blah, blah. To me, I feel like you're missing the point. I feel like you're not comparing apples to apples. To me, this is apples and oranges.
Yeah.
Because, of course...
I think what it shows is there's a lot of stupid people in the world. Because those are both on Netflix right now. And you don't
Why the hell would you buy a
Why would you
Blu-ray? It's a dying medium.
Just pay $13.
I would like to point out that the person saying
Netflix
this
right now,
the person that just called you stupid for buying this is the one who was asking Mike if he needed a steelbook copy of The Last Jedi to go with his non-steelbook copy of The Last Jedi that he already owns today.
That
was a conversation over text today.
I just like coaxing Mike into buying steelbooks. It's like a hobby.
Oh, man. Yeah.
I thought it was just specifically coaxing Mike into buying Last Jedi stuff so that he eventually just implodes.
Man. It just rarely works.
No, that made it more fun.
Yeah.
But mostly it's just steelbooks.
So again, I still feel like that this is apples and oranges, because if you're going to compare Star Wars to anything, it needs to be Star Wars compared to Star Wars. So my point is, why would you not compare The Last Jedi, which we've already kind of done on the last our last article there when we were talking about how it compares to Force Awakens, at least at the cinema. Now Blu-ray. So let's compare. Let's compare for just a second. Let's compare Blu-ray sales for The Last Jedi to The Force Awakens.
Does this include streaming sales?
No, this is just Blu-ray.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, let's talk about this dying medium.
It still says a lot. This is only 2 years later, man.
I'm not even sure I own Rogue One. I'll be honest with you.
No, I do. Hell yeah. I
I'd
own
like
all
to
of them
believe
on
that I
Blu-ray.
do, but I think if I went out there and looked, I probably don't.
I own that one on streaming.
That's the thing. I can watch all of them on Netflix. When I can't watch them, I'll probably go out and buy them.
My point is that in terms of sales for Force Awakens sold, I believe, 6 million units like in the first week.
Yeah.
Something like that.
6 million.
6 million in the first week. We are now about 17, 18 weeks in for The Last Jedi. They've sold 3 million.
Oh man, hot topic. This
they don't sell
2018 overall
has sell been, Pops that Hot Topic.
No, they sell backpacks. 2018 overall, they expected to be a major downer for the film industry because it didn't have a steady release across the entire year of major motion pictures. Even though they're saying right now, actually, it's pretty good. It surprisingly, 2018 is not performing at bad in theaters. Well, yeah, because the handful of blockbusters you had were like monster blockbusters.
Yeah,
there hasn't been a steady stream of solid, like month-long films coming out, but the ones that did were huge. So they're like, things are okay. I'm like, and by the time you get to Mary Poppins, you're gonna finish off the year.
Feels like it, yeah.
Just fine. But by that same token, those films that people are going to see multiple times and taking other friends to see, and everybody's going out to see those big blockbuster, huge films, I don't think that necessarily equates an increased sale in Blu-rays. Whereas if you had more solid, like B tier and A tier rather than AAA only films coming out throughout the whole year, that's more sales. People are going to buy more different films. But when we're hanging the hat on the whole theater industry is actually okay because of a handful of films, you're not going to sell as many Blu-rays if you would if you had more varied films. At least that makes sense to me. Because, you know, the whole family went out and got their copy of Avengers, but we didn't get the rom-com that mom liked. We didn't get the horror film that the high school girl liked. We didn't get the Lego movie that the boy liked. You know what I mean? You're going to buy more when there's more varied things to buy from. So I feel like it makes sense that Blu-ray sales are down, and also people just didn't like Last Jedi that much. No, I'm making that point. Like the Blu-ray sales, I don't think this year could be that good. But you are directly comparing Force Awakens to Last Jedi, which I feel like is fair because people buying the Blu-ray for the Force Awakens had seen the Force Awakens.
Plus,
it's not like they didn't know.
But let's back up just a second because I don't disagree with anything that you said.
Yeah, but your arms are crossed and you were squinting
because I was trying to take in what you were saying, buddy.
Is that what I do to you? Make you look like you're pooping?
Yeah, a little bit.
Mike's pooping.
But to me, Star Wars is on a different level because I'm just going to lay it out there. I bought one Blu-ray this year. Guess what Blu-ray that is?
Last Jedi.
Yes, Last Jedi. That's it. Why? Because it's a Star Wars film.
Yeah, and Solo at the time of this recording is not out. That's like
right, and I would have bought that
next weekend or something.
Yeah, 25th. I think it's coming out. So as we record it, is not the 25th. So
no, should be the day this release. Hopefully.
Cross the finger.
Go buy it.
I was dumb. I went out and tried to buy it.
You did? Oh.
And I was like, it's not here. No. I guess I'll go watch my illicit copy of it. That's
which version are you going to buy?
There's a Steelbook version.
Oh, is there?
Steelbook.
I don't care.
So I guess my point is that, I mean, again, I'm just alluding to the flamers that are going back and forth on Twitter, you know, having the battle of, you know, one people are like, it's a cinematic marvel. Last Jedi is a national treasure. And so it was about top
I want to know how many Blu-ray copies National Treasure sold. I'm looking it up.
The first one or the second one?
Blu-rays did National Treasure. So you said Last Jedi was 3.1 million or something?
Yeah, in like 17 weeks. So
oh man,
18 weeks.
Where do I even go to look this up?
I don't know. There's a website called The Numbers, I believe.
The Numbers?
The Numbers. That is a blue. It is like, it would be like Box Office Mojo.
Oh yeah.
For
boy, they should put their
DVD
search box
sales
somewhere where I can find it. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, there you go. He's really obsessed with National Treasure. Yeah. Huh.
I like the first one.
I liked both of them, actually.
I had my favorite Nicolas Cage film. No, that's not true.
Let's see. Box office.
It's got to be Face Off.
Where do they hide the Blu-ray?
Maybe you didn't
so
have
anyway,
back then.
My point is that...
Shoot.
I mean, if you're going to compare Star Wars to anything, it should be compared to Star Wars.
FYI, National Treasure's budget was $100,000.
Whoa, it shows.
I'm sorry, $100 million.
Oh, okay, all right.
But wouldn't it have been great if it was only $100,000?
Yeah, that would have been great. That's a hell of a...
They just like scratched something on a desk and made a movie.
All you gotta do is pay John Voight and
there's tabs. It's tabbed. And video sales total about what The Last Jedi is sold. And that's when DVDs were coming out at $14.99.
Damn. Well, shit.
Adjusted for inflation, more than The Last Jedi.
Well, it's had 15 years. So.
Yeah, but that was up through 2008.
It has had 15 years.
That was only through 2008.
Oh, only through 2000. Okay, all right. Well, you know.
Just saying.
And DVDs started dying in 2008, so, you know.
So that's 160 weeks from release.
So, anyway.
I'm never closing this website.
You like that? You like it?
Yeah, I'm just going to.
I haven't spent much time with it yet, but
random movies video sales
to
The Last Jedi as frequently and as irritatingly as possible.
Ooh, do Office Space. How many has Office Space sold compared to the last?
Can't we just say how many freshman men attend college every year and get the exact same number? Let's see.
I have that on DVD too.
Wasn't Office Space like considered the highest selling or one of the highest selling of all time or something?
It had
At least
to be
at
the time.
At one point,
It's a great movie.
made all its money in DVD sales, not at the theater.
No, not at the box office.
The theater.
Office Space in 337 weeks since release. So that would be what we're looking at, just under 7 years.
Longer than that.
A million more than The Last Jedi.
Wow.
And you could get a copy of Office Space for like $8.99.
$1.50. I was working in the theater when that came out.
And I would pop in Office Space way more often than I'll pop in The Last Jedi.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, just saying. Any guys?
I don't know, man.
You guys, any thoughts on these DVD sales? Or I mean, does it make any difference to you?
No.
Any observations?
I don't think it matters anymore. If they're not gonna roll streaming sales into that, it's not a figure that matters. That's like saying, okay, yeah, I get it.
So you're saying this debate? You're saying this debate doesn't even matter?
No, because it's akin to saying, yeah, okay, so everybody really likes Foo Fighters' new album, but what did it do on vinyl? That's exactly the same thing.
Wouldn't it be CDs,
Blu-rays
though?
argue about vinyl sales. No, because
Wouldn't it be
vinyl's
CD?
popular again.
No, I get it,
CDs for the
but
last
Blu-ray.
generation.
I agree that
Discs.
It's warmer.
I agree that Blu-ray is a dying medium, but it's not dead. It's still. It's still.
Yeah, I have a phonograph in the next room. Thank you very
I'm
much.
just saying.
I
So
You
slapped-
can still get steelbooks.
I got those old Cosby tapes and
it
wax
still has some
cylinders.
relevance. I mean, it has relevance in the fact that if you're trying to track how much this movie is making overall, so of
Oh,
course
then we should
you gotta
stop
look
talking about disc completely and only talk about streaming media. Got it.
Well, no, you talk about box office receipts. You talk about. It's made money. Obviously, it's made money.
Yeah.
In Blu-ray sales.
Sure.
Those aren't insignificant figures.
No, I just feel like you're literally choosing to artificially eliminate
But streaming.
2/3 of the revenue.
But streaming's harder to track because it's all licensing.
Technically, streaming would be easier to track. It's just they don't publish the numbers.
No, that's true.
Technically, it'd be way easier to track because you're not going through an entire supply chain of middlemen.
Sure.
To actually get it into the
Middle people. Yeah, get it right.
Well, boys, that's all I had for
Middle gents.
news.
Oh man, that means it's time for the